Hey, what is up guys? So we got something super crazy and I like the innovation that came from this guy's deck over here. It is a shutdown Monarch Naturia deck, and the goal of the deck is to pull off this combo where you get Naturia Bamboo Shoot out and then you make it so your opponent literally cannot Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of those locks. With the exception of maybe Lava Golem or some of the Kaijus, you pretty much lose. And not too many people main deck the Kaijus or Lava Golem, Volcanic Queen. You basically need to tribute your opponent's things. And anyways, let's go ahead and see what the combo requires. So, you just need to get Naturia Bamboo Shoot out by tributing a Naturia monster. And then this card over here, if you guys haven't seen this card, let me go ahead and swap over here. So, Naturia Bamboo Shoot has a pretty darn good effect. So if this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Naturia monster, while this card remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards. So that can completely shut down, Pendulum decks. So that still has viability in today's meta, if you can get it out. But this guy has the icing on the cake. He has literally the heart of the card. So on top of that, I literally couldn't do anything with my hand. I had Twin Twister over here, but it didn't matter. I could not use it because the Naturia Bamboo Shoot is not going to allow me to do that. He also has the True Monarch Dominion, or the Dominion of the Legendary Monarch. So as long as you have no cards in your extra deck, if you control a tribute summoned monster and your opponent does not, your opponent can't special summon any monsters from the extra deck. If a tribute monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, gains 800 attack. It's pretty much irrelevant. And then once per turn, you can reduce level 1 monster in your hand that has 28 attack and 1000 defense. So it's like Mega Monarchs. And then by 2, even after they are summoned or set, if this card leaves the field until the end of the turn. So for the most part, this basically means your opponent can't summon anything from their extra deck. Naturia Bamboo Shoot means you can't use spells, you can't use traps. March of the Monarch means I cannot effect Valor him, or you can't target this card in general. Then he's got Moon Mirror Shield, which makes it so anything that I try to attack him with, he's just going to go ahead and be higher than that, so no options for that. Then, on top of that, he's got the Monarchs Erupt. So activate this if you control no cards in your extra deck and you control a tribute summoned monster. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field except for tribute summoned monsters. During end phase, if you control no tribute summoned monsters, send this card to the graveyard. So very, very few decks at this point. I would love to know in the comment section below how would you guys counter this, because in my deck there was nothing here. I mean, I didn't get the Clearing the Synchro Dragon out fast enough. But I would love to know how would you guys counter this, because I really have no idea. With the exception of Kaijus, like I said. Because remember, we can't use spells or traps. We cannot summon anything from the extra deck. We can't attack over, realistically, unless there's some card that has some, very specific condition. No effects can be activated, unless they're tribute summoned monsters, which you're not going to really be able to do. You can't, Stormforth this card, because, yeah, you can't activate spells or traps. And then you can't effect Valor this, so you can't do anything really about that card. It's just, it was really cool. I think it was Leo Varjo. Thank you indeed for sharing. Well, technically I played against you online today, and I was just like, wow, that's awesome. Pretty cool to see people try out other things than just, plain Monarchs. I mean, a lot of people have been playing them. They might be a really decent budget deck. I don't think they have, the potential to be, the best deck, but it definitely has been seeing some play in the OCG, and they've topped a few times here and there against the Perform Mage, Perform Palace, but very, very cool deck indeed. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comment section below, how would you counter this if you could? I'm talking about without using Kaijus, Lava Golem, or Volcanic Queen, without tributing, a monster that tributes via your opponents. Is there an actual out to this? Because I can't think of any. Remember, you can't activate them. It's not negating them. It's just your opponent can't even attempt to activate them. So that's pretty much game over. But oh, another thing that happened during the live stream is I wasn't positive if some of you guys knew this. At least in the TCG, when Naturia Bamboo Shoot came out, I remembered everyone was super upset about this. Okay, so if you tribute Naturia Bamboo Shoot and you tribute Naturia, and it has the effect is, as long as it was tribute summoned by tributing a Naturia monster, as long as it remains face up on the field, your opponent can't activate spell or trap cards. So, how it was ruled in the TCG, at least when the card came out, I'm positive, well, at least at the regionals, because, some different events will rule things differently. I would like to know what was it ruled for you guys, or if any of you guys have some insight on this. If you effect Valor Naturia Bamboo Shoot the turn it was summoned by tributing a Naturia card, it doesn't remember that it was, that it used a Naturia card, so it does not apply that effect effectively it would essentially negate it forever, if that makes sense, because it doesn't remember that there was a Naturia there. So I would like to know in the comment section below, what was it ruled at your time when this card came out, or what do you guys think it's ruled now? Do you guys think that it's completely negated? I don't know. I've heard like a lot of rulings that like if Judgment Dragon activates the fact you chain Book of Moon, Judgment Dragon doesn't know it, Judgment Dragon blows it up itself. I've heard a lot of crazy rulings in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'd like to know, what are your thoughts on that? If you effectively this card, does it forget that it was attributed by a Naturia, meaning that even after the end phase, it will no longer apply the effect? I'd like to know, like I said, how it was ruled. I mean, also let me know where you like live. Well, not like I live at this address. I don't want your address. I just want to know like what country, because sometimes guys, OCG, TCG, Europe, they do have different rulings on certain cards. It's just kind of how the game is. There's no like set in stone, essentially, of what the card is ruled. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and I want to know how to counter this, because this is a pretty crazy lock. I don't think anything, like I said, with the exception of Kaijus, I don't think you can combat that at all. Maybe like if there's Vandy's Emptiness on top of this would be like impenetrable, but I don't think any deck can really deal with this. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Like he had everything, man. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Nipomo Smith, signing out.